All right, it's Alex back with a news update where I go over everything cryptocurrency, finance, some technology. I'm actually going to start branching out into other things because there's more interesting things out there than cryptocurrency all day. And I'm doing it from the comfort of my own home. I have some news articles here. The proposition of this video here is simple. I'm going to give you the news from the lenses of somebody that's been doing this for 10 years, that's been in finance for 10 years. There's articles that will completely finesse you into thinking the wrong thing. So I dissect these articles right in front of your eyes so you can get the truth out of them, whether they're lying or actually telling the truth, because believe it or not, there is some articles that are not fake news, okay? And I'm giving it to you in the lens of an expert financial trader and the owner of 3 businesses. That's what we're doing today. If you like this content, do us both a favor, like, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. There's a little bell at the bottom of the video. If you turn that on, you get these videos first. Some of them can make you money. Some of them can lose you money. This is not financial advice, but I do have a track record, and this is why people follow me, of making great trades in the cryptocurrency space. And yeah, a lot of this news contributes to sentiment, okay? A lot of this news contributes to sentiment analysis and understanding what people are thinking. The psychology of the market is one of the most important variables, in my personal opinion, the most important variable in all of financial investing and trading. I think it's even more important in technical analysis, but maybe that's just my personality type. Let's not dive into too many specifics, but let's go over the first piece of news that I've seen.
Hey guys, before we jump into the video, I just wanted to update you really quickly. There are hundreds of people impersonating me. They have made a business model out of it. These guys are making new accounts at will. They will copy my posts. They will copy my avatar. They are going to copy and paste everything about my life to convince you that they are me. You guys know the only thing I sell is the fundamentalsecrets.com, my digital course. So if you apply there, then yes, somebody will reach out. Other than that, guys, it's a scammer. Don't let them take your money.
Ethereum killer Solana suffers another major outage. The popular blockchain has suffered a handful of outages, transaction stops this year, including a string of partial outages in January. Now, I don't want to be the guy that says, I told you so, but I specifically called this before it happened. Again, reference my old videos. I specifically, while Solana was the next greatest thing, it was like the next Ethereum killer and everybody was freaking out about how much money you can make on Solana. I specifically, I was the only one that said that it was going to have issues and go out because it has a history of doing that while everybody was trying to pump it, while everybody was getting paid by the NFT projects, while all the influencers were getting paid to promote Solana. I was the only one specifically saying that they were going to halt the blockchain multiple times. They have issues. Solana is probably one of the worst, and I'm saying this in the nicest way possible. Okay, to me, it's not even considered a blockchain. It's just like Web3 because it's controlled, it's highly centralized, and it doesn't work. It breaks all the time. Blockchains are supposed to be immutable. There's supposed to be a minority of times where it stops. Some blockchains have never stopped before. Okay, and Solana breaks like every quarter of the year. So again, I called this before. It's not that big of a deal. Again, to me, Solana is like a distributed ledger. It's not even a blockchain. But basically, you can go into the specifics if you want to. But it's like a misconfigured node that caused Solana network to stop processing transactions and go offline on Friday. This is the 4th major outage for the popular blockchain since January, and it had a string of partial outages. I'm not going to go into it too much because it's pretty much irrelevant. But just understand that blockchains are not perfect. And although there's a lot of influencers promoting and pumping a blockchain, it does not necessarily mean that it's the greatest, newest thing. Sometimes they get paid to do this. And you know that on this channel, we don't do that. I do not get paid to promote coins. And this allows me to keep the integrity, to say the right thing, and to uphold the truth in my investment thesis. And you guys know that. Second article by CoinDesk. Bitcoin could double price under CFTC regulation, chairman says, okay? So I want to read this slightly because, I do understand that Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies typically flourish when there's positive regulation. When there's regulation and clarity, it does well. But on a counter argument, the Bitcoin halving is too far away. It's just way too far away. And hawkish Fed policy, right, the decrease in spending. I do want to elaborate on that a little bit too, because there's a meeting Monday. It's like an emergency meeting. If we look at the posture of the Bank of England, essentially they had to start printing again because their economy is just having massive issues. So there's a lot of people speculating, basically saying, hey, the United States is going to start printing again. I don't think this is the case. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think this is the case. I think they're going to continue to posture hawkish. And the reason I say that is because inflation's still at 8 point something %. Inflation hasn't gone down at all. So although there's a lot of countries suffering right now, with Federal Reserve policy of the United States, right? Them decreasing spending is affecting other countries. Although that's happening, America's always going to look after itself. And if inflation becomes an issue, this is, in my personal opinion, a bigger issue than what's happening in the Bank of England. So personally, I do think they're going to stay hawkish. They're going to continue to be hawkish and decrease spending, but maybe just smaller. Maybe it's not like an aggressive hawkish Fed policy. That's my personal opinion. But if we look here, the Commodity Futures Trading Commission Chairman Roston said Wednesday that the CTFC-led regulation could have significant benefits for the crypto industry, including a potential boost to the price of Bitcoin. Growth might occur if we have a well-regulated space, Benham told attendees during the fireside chat at NYU School of Law. Bitcoin might have a double in price. See, this is where it pisses me off. Because although it might do well and it might benefit, he's saying specific numbers. This is where it becomes fishy for me. This is where I was like, why would he say it's going to double in price? A lot of times these people get paid, guys. The people that are the most paid and the most vicious type of people are politicians. Politicians get paid. So the fact you could say that it's going to do well, like why did he have to say that it's going to double in price? That's the problem I'm having. When someone pays for some type of undisclosed sponsorship like that, it's obvious. And I told you this is the proposition of this video here, was I was going to read between the lines. He's saying that it's going to double in price. Now I will say, okay, that it's just very specific, and I just don't like that. Okay, I just don't like how specific he is. Is it going to double in price? Is he trying to make money? Is he trying to pump the price? Those are the questions I have. And in my personal opinion, even with regulation, I think the bigger factor here is dovish Fed policy. If they flip dovish, I think that's a bigger factor. I think this is really just a long-term thing. Like regulation is definitely good. It's just more long-term than we think, in my personal opinion. That's my personal opinion. Okay, this is crazy, and it's happening all over. If you've done anything sketchy in cryptocurrency, you should be watching your back. You should be lawyering up. If you did anything illegal, you should be looking to get a lawyer, please, because you're going to get wrecked by the SEC. The SEC is coming for everybody. Influencers, exchanges, it's coming for everybody. The SEC accuses 2 firms of crypto pump and dump scheme. This is why I never accepted sponsorships to stay clean. In the bear run, I'm going to swoop in the bear run. I could put out as many videos as I want. I could say whatever I want because I've never done anything illegal. The complaint against the 2 companies pumped the price of their cryptocurrency by falsely claiming they have acquired $10 billion in gold to basically back it. Wow, that's crazy. And this is the coin DIG. They basically falsely claimed that they had gold to back it, pumped their price of their coin, probably sold their coin. The obvious pump and dump schemes. If you're new here, the cryptocurrency is notorious for pump and dumps. Now, obviously, it's a bad thing for people that don't know what's going on. But for people that really understand this market, you could take advantage of a lot of this. The volatility, in my personal opinion, is really great for trading opportunities. It gives you a bigger room for error without having to use leverage. I know a lot of people like to use safer markets and use leverage. Like they rather trade an index like the S&P 500 or the Dow Jones Industrial Average, but then use leverage. The problem with that is that you have the risk of liquidation. In cryptocurrency, there is no risk of liquidation as long as you hold the coins. Now, there is a risk of losing all the money if you invest in the wrong project, but I do think the risk of liquidation is a little bit higher than just doing some fundamental analysis on good coins and not getting too crazy in the market. This is the wild, wild west of finance, and as long as you jump into some pretty safe altcoins, you should be straight. But some people get greedy and they do crazy things. Now, in this case, I don't know, because I remember hearing of it in the bull run, but I never researched it. So I don't know specifically what DIG was, but they're clearly getting investigated by SEC. So I feel bad for people that did illegal things. Cover your back. Hopefully next cycle, you don't fall into the negative, disgusting pits of wrecking people for a living. Okay. If we come over here, I thought this was interesting. Apple News users receive racist messages after Fast Company hacked. Okay, so Apple got hacked. Now I want to throw this out here because this does correlate with cryptos. So blockchain technology is supposed to help with this, although they're not, completely shielded from hacks. It's much harder to hack a distributed ledger than it is a centralized entity like Apple. Okay. So, your phones, right? I want you to think about how much data you have, right? I want you to think about all your text messages. I want you to think about your location. By the way, the phone, it holds your location. If you guys didn't know that, it saves where you've been. It saves what you do, all of your bad habits, everything you search. It can basically make a little avatar of you and predict your behavior. If you guys didn't understand that by now, data is like they say, more valuable than oil, because you could predict consumer behavior to a high accuracy, and they can basically sell you things and do different things like that. All this data is stored on the phone. Now, I'm going to be real with you. I don't care. I don't care. I cared at one point because there was things I had to hide, but I came to Christ. I've repented for all of my sins, and I really don't care. I really don't care if they have, the information, but I do have an obligation to educate you guys. If there's anything you're hiding, I highly suggest you delete it from the face of the planet. People will use it against you, and don't be a fool. If you have something to hide, you need to repent. You need to go seek Christ, or stop those bad habits, because this is the new world we're living in. Everything will be exposed eventually. This is the new world. And as you can see here, the financial news publication Fast Company took the extraordinary step Tuesday night of shutting down its website after the outlet said it was hacked, resulting in a pair of obscene push notifications containing racist language being sent to Apple News subscribers. So it wasn't directly Apple. It was another company called the Fast Company. And yeah, just like this new world we're living in, there's all these cyber warfare. For the average person that doesn't understand what's going on, just stop having things to hide. Just clean up your life and everything will fall into line. You'll make more money. You'll feel better. You won't have to think about your past, all these things. Come clean, bro. Come clean, and nobody will ever have leverage on you. No one can ever extort you. Right now, if we come over here, this is actually a new article. Tesla robot slowly walks on stage at AI Day. It's getting a little bit out of hand. Okay, we're going into this new age of robots. Self-driving cars. Elon Musk is coming out there with pretty much everything. Neuralink is going to put it in your brain. I'll never do that. Or, you know what I mean? All of these things, we're moving into a new world. And what I say for people, watching this channel, the way I got rich, the way I made my first $1 million was simply just understanding the technology of the future. And Web 3.0 is the future. Understanding and embracing this is pretty much the only option you have, because it's going to happen. We see it right now. We literally see the prototype of a robot. It's a robot, right? This is things we've seen in movies, okay? So don't have technophobia. It's just a new reality of the situation. Same thing with social media, same thing with the internet. Don't be left behind, because at least, if you have to be involved with it, right? If you have to be involved with it, you might as well make money. Am I wrong? Leave a comment below. What do you guys think? If you have to get involved, you might as well try to make money off of it, right? You might as well be the guy that helps fix the robots, or helps, help with the AI, or whatever the case is. You might as well try to help, because, at least you could benefit from it, and at the same time, be comfortable with it, I'm a futurist. I like the future. I like these things. It would be great to have a robot servant in my house, helping clean things. That would be amazing. And we're definitely seeing signs of that happening right now. In other news, financial news, Nike shares fall as overstocked inventory weighs on earnings. Nike's first fiscal quarter revenue was up 4% to $12.69 billion, beating estimates. Nike's net income was down 22% to $1.5 billion. Okay. The sneaker giant said inventory on its balance sheet was up 44% to $9.7 billion, driven by continued supply chain issues. So economy is coming down. I've been making these macroeconomic videos and showing people, what's going on in the world. And it's a real thing, guys. It's a real thing. Let's not hide from what's going on, right? Inflation's high, Bank of England, we got the war, we got the oil crisis, energy crisis, we have supply chain issues. This pandemic really put a dent in all financial markets and the economy, right? To the point where Biden the other day basically said that, COVID's not even officially a pandemic anymore, right? He's literally trying to reverse the damage because of how bad the economy is right now. So let's open our eyes, okay? Okay, let's stop buying too much shoes if you can't afford it. I mean, if you could afford it, do whatever you want. I don't care. I don't run your life. But most of you need to be saving money. You need to be doubling down on getting a job, a second job if you have to. Work Postmates, work Uber Eats, right? Work Uber itself, right? Work another job to increase your income. Start a side hustle. Let's stop being lazy, okay? Let's stop watching so much Netflix. Cancel the subscriptions, guys. It's just as fun to work on your business and make videos like this. Like, look, I'm in the comfort of my own living room. I feel great. Just as fun as, popping in there on a Netflix episode. Just as fun to edit a video. Start with content marketing, man. I show you guys how to, grow with affiliate marketing, showing your friends how to get into cryptocurrency, how to get in. It doesn't even matter. The stock market, they all have affiliate codes, right? This could be an extra source of income. The same time you're learning finance and learning how to trade, the same exact time, you're making cash flow with affiliate marketing. I've been telling you guys this for years. I do it myself, right? I do it myself. I think it's very important that you wake up. You don't need to go full on entrepreneur mode and quit your job and try to throw your life into like the same way I did. But you could definitely learn finance. You can learn finance. You can educate yourself and become self-sufficient to where you take that 10, 20% of your salary and make it extend way further than it is right now. Because right now it's probably going into food, it's probably going into Nikes, it's probably going into this. While the stock market's tanking and the best buying opportunity of crypto and stocks are about to be around along the horizon, like literally in the next year or so, you're going to get the best asset prices we have seen probably in 10 to 20 years. And you're still worried about not getting a girlfriend, and you're still worried about, not looking good, or your insecurities or whatever that is that's going on in your life. You're still worried about these petty things when the best discounts of all of the next 20 years is going to be happening in the next year or two because of the economy. Build your cash flow, get money on the side. Stop being a bum. Straight up. I mean to say this in the best way possible. Stop being a bum. You're being a bum. Right? Get up off your butt and make something happen. It's real. And I'm trying to help as many people as possible. This is not hard. Okay. And in the last article I thought was interesting, King Charles, new coins featuring the monarch's portrait unveiled. Like, who cares? Who are these people? Why are we glorifying these people? Who is this guy? I don't care. Put Jesus on the coin, man. What's wrong with these guys? It doesn't make sense. Who cares about a portrait of King Charles that's worth £5 or whatever that is? Which included an image of the British sculptor Martin. Who is this guy? I don't care. Why are they even coming out with news? Who even uses coins, bro? Who uses coins? Maybe I'm ignorant because I don't live in Europe. But who even uses dollars? No one uses dollars. No one uses coins. It's all in a bank account. It's all in a number on an old database, ran by the banks in Swift. In the Federal Reserve. It's all this old, centralized. That's what it is. 95% of the money is not physical. It's not physical, but they're making new coins to justify some guy that no one cares about. That's the state of the age we're in right now. There's people starving, and there's people that can't get clean water. There's a significant portion of planet Earth. I forgot the exact statistic. I think it was 30 to 40% of the world does not have access to clean water, but we still have people glorified on a coin that nobody cares about and no one's using. That's the current state we're in right now, guys. If you don't wake up, you're going to get wrecked. You're going to get wrecked. The rich will keep getting richer and the poor will keep getting poor. And for the people that watch this video, have never seen me before, I came from a poor life. I was not born into money. I did everything by myself. I got it out the mud, and you could too. I'm not, extra smart. I literally was on academic probation in high school. I dropped out of college. I am not even close to extra smart, not even close. But I've done it. Okay, I've made millions of dollars, and I've helped so many people do the same thing. So listen to what I have to say, and I'm trying to help as many people as possible. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'm dropping bombs on there too. I'm hitting every social media. If you like the quality of this content, hit like. If you don't, leave some constructive criticism. Subscribe for more video updates. And like I always say, if you don't get with it, you will get left behind. I promise that. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Catch you in the next one.